Green card holders under attack in 2025. Imagine waking up to a letter that turns your entire life upside down. For years, your green card represented stability, a symbol that you belonged, that your future in America was secure. But in 2025, that security is slipping away. A series of new executive orders and policy shifts are placing thousands of lawful permanent residents at risk of deportation, even for issues they thought were long resolved. This is not speculation. It's happening right now, and the implications are enormous. Deportation risks expanded. August 2025 marked a seismic change in immigration enforcement. For the first time in decades, lawful permanent residents are being pulled into expedited removal proceedings, a process once reserved for undocumented immigrants caught near the border. Under the new directives, ICE officers can initiate deportation without offering the full protections of a court hearing. What does this mean in practice? A green card holder who made an unintentional error years ago, like failing to update an address or missing a form, can now face removal without warning. Immigration attorneys report that many people only learn about these actions after being detained or served with notices. This blurs the line between lawful status and undocumented vulnerability like never before. Detention without conviction. Another major shift comes from the Lack and Riley Act, which mandates detention for immigrants charged, but not convicted of certain crimes. That means simply being accused is enough to land you in detention without bond. Cases have emerged where charges were later dropped, yet the individuals spent months in detention centers, separated from families. Critics warn that this undermines the principle of innocent until proven guilty and exposes green card holders to punishment before guilt is established. The emotional and financial toll is devastating for families who suddenly lose their primary breadwinner. Social media and ideological scrutiny. Perhaps the most controversial development is ideological vetting. Immigration officers now review online activity, social media posts, and even past affiliations for signs of anti-Americanism. But what does that mean? The definition is so vague that almost anything could be flagged. A tweet criticizing a government policy? A Facebook post shared years ago? Even a link to an organization later deemed problematic? All of these can now influence your case. Reports show green card holders being flagged during naturalization interviews because of comments made online, comments they barely remembered posting. This has created a chilling effect. Many immigrants are deleting old posts, avoiding political discussions, and censoring themselves out of fear. Retroactive enforcement, old cases reopened. What makes this crackdown even more unsettling is its retroactive reach. Applications filed years ago are being reopened under new guidelines. Minor infractions once overlooked, like a misdemeanor from a decade ago or a missing signature on an old form, can now lead to removal proceedings. Immigration lawyers are sounding alarms. The past is no longer past. These policies are pulling families into a system they believed they had left behind, forcing them to fight battles they thought were already won. A new layer of uncertainty. Beyond the rules, there's a psychological impact. For many, the green card was the finish line, the guarantee of stability. Now, it feels like a trap. Instead of security, permanent residency has become a source of anxiety. The fear is palpable: fear of applying for citizenship, fear of visiting a USCIS office, fear that one small mistake could undo decades of hard work. Here's the reality. These policies don't just enforce laws, they create hesitation, compliance through fear, and silence among immigrant communities. For many, the question isn't, what if I make a mistake? It's, when will the system come for me? What green card holders must do now. First, keep every record updated: address, employment, legal documents. Second, resolve any legal issues immediately, no matter how small. Third, review your online presence because officers now consider digital history. Finally, consult a qualified immigration attorney if you have any past arrests, immigration violations, or complex case history. This is not the time for guesswork. The road ahead. Will these policies withstand legal challenges? Lawsuits are already in motion, arguing they violate constitutional protections. But until courts intervene, the risk remains. Green card holders must live with a level of vulnerability unseen in modern immigration history. If this information matters to you or your loved ones, hit like, share this video, and subscribe to US Visa Intel for real-time updates and expert insights. Awareness is survival in today's immigration landscape. Stay informed, stay prepared, and we'll keep you ahead of the changes.